Lee from coloringqueen.net, and today I've got a really special issue of Fairies in Nature by Colouring Heaven. Now, the reason that this is a very special issue is because it's illustrated by Jenny Cook. Don't know who Jenny is? Well, you're about to find out. Jenny is the creative director of Colouring Heaven. So apparently Jenny is a lady of multiple talents. So during lockdown last year, she picked up her pencils that she hasn't touched for about 20 years to do some drawings. And this is the result, featured in the magazine that she is the creative director for. So we have gorgeous little fairies, and these are really, really lovely pictures. They're done in a light dull black. Some of the line art is a lot lighter than others, which is usually for the background, and the darker colours in the foreground. Now these kitties, aren't they gorgeous? They're actually inspired by her own kitty, which is a Devon Rex, and you can sort of tell by the sort of curly coat on it. And the actual illustrations of the fairies are inspired by her own children. So how's that? They can go to school and tell their friends that they were the muse for a colouring book. And see how these are a lot lighter in the background there, your vegetables, and then we've got the darker ones in the foreground, in the foreground, yeah. So aren't they cute? So imagine that, picking up and creating 40 illustrations just during, you know, the lockdown period and getting inspired. Lots of people have done all sorts of things during lockdown. In Australia, we really haven't had it, so, well, not where I live, so I haven't been inspired to try and draw, and there is no way that I could do this. Oh, look at this. How gorgeous is this? She's put herself on the cover there. Isn't that fabulous? So there's a real mix of pictures, some with a lot more detail than others. And Jenny seems to be able to draw both people and animals, so that's pretty hard. She must have been pretty good already to have come this far just during that very short period. Look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? It's got crystals and everything in it. It's like a animal dream catcher. Crystal Moon it's called. So we've got our green-fingered fairy. Oh, they're so adorable. Her kids must be adorable. Look at this little fairy house. So I guess Jenny sees a lot of art in her job, and she knows what colourists like to colour because she's, you know, hitting all the buttons here with florals and kitties and different varieties. So pictures that you can do a background with and pictures that have more detail in them. And you know, she's able to draw hands and feet, which are always incredibly hard. So maybe this is not going to be the last that we see of Jenny. So like normal, Colouring Heaven has a colourable cover on it. Try saying that really fast. With gold foiling on it as well. Inside there are always 40 illustrations. Isn't this one lovely? And the paper is, I believe, 100 GSM, so it's like a light to medium. The great thing is that it's on single-sided pages, so you can pop a piece of paper underneath and use it with your markers or your wet mediums. Now, isn't this layout fantastic? Because I don't have to keep flipping the book for these landscape orientated images. So that is really good. Oh, look at these bunnies. Aren't they fabulous? And a little sleeping fairy. Beautiful bird. And look at this one. She's blowing the dandelion, and they're very faint in the background. Little ballerina type people that have got the little dandelion tutu. And then back to portrait. Beautiful froggies. And we've got our spring fairy. I like that some of the elements are a lot larger, so it makes it easy to colour if you have a minor visual or a motor impairment. And we've got autumn. Now these nuts these acorns just look giant in proportion to how small the little fairies are, I guess. And then we've got winter, so that's something for all seasons. So there we have it. And at the back we always have this colour combo chart if you want to write down your colours or test out some palettes there. And there's always a special offer. This time it is for Colouring Heaven Plus, which has oodles of things in it. Digital things, sneak peeks, designs, a Facebook group, all sorts of great things in the Digital Plus, Colouring Plus. So that's separate from this. To order this, I suggest that you order it from Colouring Heaven direct, and then that way it's sent to your door. But if you don't want to do that, often you will find stockists in your area. Colouring Heaven do have information on which places stock their magazines in different countries. In Australia, I generally find that some newsagents stock it, but you might like to ask them. And that's it for me. Until next time, stay safe and happy colouring.